So Donald Trump is doing all these crazy things, coming up with all these crazy ideas. Well, I guess the latest one is he wants to reopen the maximum security prison called The Rock, Alcatraz, okay, off the coast of San Francisco, 2 kilometers off the coast of San Francisco, maximum security prison. Only, out of the 36 people that escaped, like only 5 were missing, but they're presumed as drowned. Okay, it was built in the 1850s as a military base, and then it was converted to a maximum security prison. Donald Trump says we need a place for the dregs of society. Okay, so he wants to reopen this prison to, put all the violent offenders and all the very, very bad people in this country. He says we need a place for them, and he says Alcatraz would be a good place for that. I'm not sure why it was closed down in the first place, but that'd be interesting if it opened back up, because I know right now it's a tourist destination. It's, you can go and, do a tour of the place, but obviously that's not going to happen if they reopen it. In my opinion, American prisons, prisons of the U.S. should be like prisons in El Salvador. Now, not the insane ones with all the, gang members and stuff like that. But I watched a video online and it showed a lot of prisons in El Salvador. They have people prisoners learn skills that they can use once they get out. Okay, and apparently every day that they work, they get a day off of their sentence. So there's like automotive, there's like sewing clothes, there's like building furniture, there's like fishing, there's like agriculture, there's like all these different things that, where the prison can make money by, sewing up school uniforms for kids, fixing vehicles for the military, for the government, making furniture, like desks for schools, and it helps society, but at the same time, it helps the prisoners. That way, when they get out, they could have skills. And I think that's the way the prisons in the United States should be. They should be rehabilitating instead of just letting the criminals, just go wild and, like being such a crazy place for people to go. It doesn't rehabilitate. It doesn't help the prisoners. A lot of times it makes them worse. So in my opinion, they need to make prisons like that in the U.S. I think it would be beneficial for society, but it doesn't seem like they're trying to benefit society. It doesn't seem like they're trying to benefit people. The U.S. they're just trying to make money. You know what I mean? But this way they would be able to make money, but apparently, maybe people would actually not come back in, and that wouldn't help them, in obtaining money, because they get more money every prisoner that comes in. But yeah, so Donald Trump wants to reopen Alcatraz for the dregs of society. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think the dregs of society, I think politicians. I'm like, when does the boat come to take these dregs of society and put them on Alcatraz? You know what I mean? That's the first thing that pops into my mind when I hear dregs of society. I hear politicians. Obviously that's not what they're talking about, but that's the first thing that pops into my mind, because they are the dregs of society. They're bringing us all down. But anyway, yeah, it's would be interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this. Donald Trump wanting to reopen Alcatraz as a maximum security prison. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.